Making sure that I have everything on. That's all. Oh boy. You'd think I'd be used to this by now, right? No. Every time we do one of these, it's brand new again. Good evening, Track Gang and Sidetrack Sunday followers. What is happening out there in YouTube land? I'm Ray, your host for tonight. And this isn't my normal night, obviously. Normally I'm on the fourth Sunday, but here we are. So, any rate, let's see. What the heck? I'm frazzled, folks. I'm sorry. It's been an interesting day. Obviously, actually, we had 99. Yeah, right. Actually, we had celebrated my birthday last weekend with my nephew. So that way, this weekend was open. Beside the fact that I was on call. Well, yeah, I was on call till 8 o'clock this morning, and then thankfully I'm not back on call till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. But still, it's been a long day. So let's see who all we have out there in the chat. And as soon as YouTube decides it wants to play nice. Let's see who we've got out there. We've got Mr. Almar. We've got Artie over at Osmerica Model Railroad. We got Mr. Chuck Schreiber. We've got Cruise Rail. And I do believe, if I don't screw this up right, of course I probably will, but that's okay. And how do we not? I know that this person has been in and out of here a long time. Why? Oh, there he is. That's Adam. Sorry. All right, so that's Adam over at Cruise Rail. We've got DMRJ. That would be Dan's Model Railroading Journey. We got James over at the Dundas Junction. We got Mr. Ed Ginn. We've got JJ over at the Great Northern. We've got Mr. Joe Rader over at the Black Rock Central. We've got, yeah. We've got Martin over at Life with Roscoe. Oh, we got Mr. Ken Amos just popped in. We've got Alan over at the Mason Dixon. We've got Opa Dodge over at the Model Train Outsider. We've got Bob over at PK&W Model Works. We've got Rusty down there at Possum Bayou. We've got me, and I am never here. We knew that. We've got Mr. Ron Moen in the house. We've got John number 2 over at the Schuylkill River Valley. Happy birthday, John. We got Steve 87 PSAP. We've got Mr. Tom Garassi, and we've got Steve over at Wig Wag Workshop. And let's see if there's anybody else. Oh, yeah, we've got Ian over to Chattanooga Southern. Good evening. Let's see who else popped in here, because this thing did jump at one point, and I think that covers everybody that's chatted. Welcome in to everybody, and anybody who hasn't chatted yet, welcome in as well. I can't call you out if you don't chat. So, any rate, what have we got going on here? It's like I said, it's been interesting. I've made as somebody noted the other day, I decided a long time ago I don't count birthdays anymore. No, I stopped that at 21. So I'm 21 with 35 years of experience. So we'll just go with that. Anyway, Tammy's here and she says hi. She's doing the dishes. All right. Santa Fe Bob is in the house. Welcome in. Let's see. Sir John okay, so apparently Sir John up in Canada today's his birthday as well. Model Train Aficionado, welcome in. I know that we have got to have that one in here someplace too. Maybe not. Oh, geez. Yeah, somehow or other, we don't have that one in there. Okay, well, there we go. 2135. Exactly, JJ. Midsummer Railway. That would be Greg. Welcome in. Yeah, the chat is moving pretty quick tonight. I do appreciate it, though. And I'm glad that everybody is having a. Pasa Rusty says he's 12 with 51 years of experience. There you go. Hey, however you want to play it. I figured at least 21 you'll be drinking age. You know, it's even though I don't drink. As long as there's no NFL strike, my age is the same as the Super Bowl. Gotcha. No, not that one there. Cheese and crackers. That would be Chris over at the Model Train Aficionado, and it would help if I actually looked at the whole name. 21 and 43 years of experience of doing nothing. Level 57. That's pretty good, Ian. I like that. Oh my goodness. So, anywho, if you hadn't figured it out, and it was a part of, yeah, never mind. I'm not going to touch that one, Artie. So, like I said, you know, the days of my birthday. Hey, Deep Run Mike is in the house. You know, the day I've made, as of today, made 56 turns around the sun. So it's like I said, it's been a relaxing day. It's nothing big has happened. It's just been hanging out, taking care of some stuff around the house since we had some decent weather. Yeah, well, you know, since we had some decent weather, I went ahead and took down the, I can't do that because then I can't see the chat. Yeah, I'm blind as a bat. You know, took down the lights outside. You know, like I said, we had some decent weather, and considering the fact the way things are shaping up this week or coming up this week, that it looks like we're not going to get so lucky. Which has been kind of the norm for us here in the Mid-Atlantic. Is once every about 10 to 15 years we get walloped with some snow, and we're due. So yeah, it is what it is. You know, so it is what it is, and you know, so yeah, and this is the reason why normally up until a couple of years ago, I was really skeptical of going up to Amherst, because this time of year, the weather around here can be very unpredictable. And I don't care what the weather people say. The weather here can change in an instant. You know, it really, really can. And it's not really, you know, you can't predict it. So, but since we are talking about it, to bring on the snow, my landlord shovels. Well, there you go. Yeah, but you're down south. You're not supposed to get snow, Rusty. Oh man. So, you know, as it's been, hey Rodney, welcome in. You know, as it's been noted, I am headed up to Amherst this year, and for those in the chat that have actually been there, I was wondering what your thoughts are on how to, number one, how to go about it, Because it's a big show, obviously. It's 8 acres, I think they said. Number one. But number two, does anybody know if there is any type? Hey, Dave, Sparky 107 is in the house. Anyway, what I was getting at is does anybody know if there is any type of meet and greet that's happening up there this year that for the YouTube side? Does anybody put anything together for it? The reason I asked is I was actually, I don't know if anybody follows the female foamer. I think her name's Leslie Ozier. Or Laura Ozier. Anyway, she's supposed to be headed up there, and I know there's quite a few others. I know that Ian had mentioned something. Of course, I've unfortunately the wife got way ahead of me. She went ahead and got the tickets for the hotel room and the train tickets all set up for us a long time ago, and I think I went ahead and bought the tickets in like September or October last year. Any rate, and I know that somebody, oh, wait a minute, Sparky did say something here. YouTube meetup around the Layout podcast booth at 1 p.m. Noted. Okie dokie. Sweet. Yes, Lauren. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Rodney. Let's see. Hey, Chuck Schreiber is in the house. Welcome in, sir. Yeah, Steve, I had heard about good walking shoes, possibly a snack and some sort of, obviously having water or something like that with you as well. Alan from the Mason Dixon is headed up. Hey, cool. John Manaki, welcome in. Yeah, that guy. I don't know who that guy is, but yeah, he's going. Oh, man. See it, buy it, because it will not be there later. Yeah, I hear you. I've heard that too. I've heard that too. Yeah, that's right, Rodney. Yep. Yeah, I was watching a premiere that she had up yesterday. She's working on the Walther's basic building set or diorama or something like that. So I thought that was really cool. And yes, make offers. Most can be flexible. Understood. Well, yeah, it's just like, I mean, I hate this, but it seems like even the Timonium show, it's the same thing. If you get with the right table or get to the right table and you see something that you want, you can normally sit there and talk to them and make a deal and get if it's not already a decent deal, get an even better deal. That goes without saying, but yeah, definitely don't want to just go up and say, yeah, I'll give you that. See what you can do. Let's see here. There was something. There it is. Mr. Tom Grossi. I will be at AMHERST with Tammy, Ray, and Artie. Oh, cool. All right, Tom. Cool deal. And if you get there before the show, dealers think you're an exhibitor, so you'll get that cost pricing. Okay. Bring photos. Mini prints can make your family. Gotcha. Hey, Anthony Borden, welcome in. Not that I know about that last one I posted. Very good. Very good. And Martin was saying he got better deals at Timonium than he did at York. Yeah, one of these days I would like to get there for the York shows, but I've heard that's more mainly larger scale stuff. And number one and number two, it's a bit more expensive to get in. But Yeah, Chris, I think I've heard that he is not going there this year, so it's going to be at the around the layout podcast. So, but yeah, cool deal. 1 p.m. around the layout podcast. Got it. All right, sweet. I will make note of that and make sure that that is on the video that goes up. Next week's video, believe it or not, since I'm already here, next week's video is already on the camera. I just have to edit it and get it out. I'm not going to talk about what that one's about, but you'll have to wait and see. So there you go. Okay, cool. I got it. All right. It must be talking about. Yeah, trust me. I'll be looking around, Rodney. Trust me. There's stuff that I'd like to get a hold of, and in fact, that's one of the things that I'm going to do this week is to go ahead and snake a couple extra bucks over, and that way I've got it. And I'm guessing that folks would imagine, hey, Rick Bailey from the Fultz Bailey Model Railroad is here. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it. I would imagine for those that have been there, cash or card, is it somewhat interchangeable, or is it kind of like the Timonium show where there's a lot of cash that changes hands? Take it easy, Adam. Hi, Rick. Answer your phone. No, it's no. I was just wondering if they take Bitcoin. I'm in trouble. I'm in serious trouble if they take that. Oh, geez. This crew, I tell you, too much like fun. Didn't say it was fun. I just said it was like fun. And I'm trying to get this camera adjusted. There we go. That'll work. That's a little bit better. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know what is up with this camera. There we go. Sheesh. I got plastic money in one. Well, not worth much, but it's plastic. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Take counterfeit. Oh, all right, Martin. Jeez. What is going on over? Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry. Better deal with cat. Got it. I figured as much. I figured as much. How's your layout coming in? I have a snag on wiring, trying to figure out 4-track main line, figure out stop and start at each station and how to program that. Unfortunately, Anthony, I am still analog. I am straight DC. So everything that I do is done by the handheld controllers that I've got. As far as the layout goes, right now it's in a little bit of a hiatus. I've been actually printing up some stuff on the 3D printer for some projects that are going to be coming after I get back from AMHERST. So yeah, it's one of those things. I'm not doing a whole lot on the railroad right now because I basically have got, like I said, stuff that I want to do when I get back. But that there because I didn't want to get in the middle of something and then take a break and then have to come back to it, which is one of the reasons why the tracking system that I put together with Excel is done now, with the exception of the random generator. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which like I said, I'm not talking about that on the stream. It's actually going to be the next video that comes up. And then the video after that will be talking more about AMHERST and, who all's going and things to do, things to see, so on and so forth. And then more than likely the video that'll come out the week after that will be about, so we'll have a video leading into AMHERST, and then we'll have one after AMHERST. So we'll have two of them on AMHERST. But, Sparky's saying if you pack a light lunch, bring a couple bottles of water, that will save you about oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Print 5s and 10s. Not GPS tracking. Oh, geez. Should be there Sunday, not going for 2 days. Where are you going to be at in Amherst? I am going to, you know what? Give me a second. Let's see here. That's the Amtrak. No, I don't have the hotel information. I do know we're staying somewhere very close. I don't know where exactly. I think Dawn, my wife, had said something about the fact that we're staying across the river from the actual fairgrounds. So is Ray joining the old timers club? I've been a part of that for a long time there. Gonna be cold in a car. Bring blankets. I might need a place to crash to skip out of work. There you go. Oh, jeez. So, Sparky, have you changed your mind and decided to go? Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, it's yeah. I know that the prices for some of this stuff is ridiculous. So, the thing of it is I look at it twofold. It's kind of a mini vacation to get out of the house. The wife and I are going to go up for a weekend. We don't have to worry about getting up early with the dog to let Emma out and so on and so forth. But, it just makes it a little bit easier just to get away, and sometimes you need that, you need that getaway time. Staying at the Marriott downtown. There you go, Ian. Cool. Al's telling Sparky he's got a room, and Sparky 95% working. I don't know what. Oh, yeah, 95% working. Okay, I got you. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to this because, like I said, I've never been up there before. It's from what I've heard, even from a couple of the guys that I work with have been there a couple of times, and they said it's mind-boggling what's all there. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I've got to make it a point one of these days to get up there. And it just so happened that this is the year, so. But calling sick that you got trainitis. I like that. My Life Tracks, welcome in. Let's see. We don't have a name for My Life's Tracks. The best show, always hate to miss it, and all that. I get it, Sparky. The thing is for me, with the way things line up, it's like Amherst is the second to the last weekend, or it actually is the last Saturday, or not the last Saturday, but it's the Saturday prior to the last Saturday of January. And then when the weekend after that is the train show in Timonium, the early show. And then the weekend after that is the boat show that my brother wants to go to. And it's like, really, dude? And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do back-to-back train. I can't afford to do back-to-back train shows. So I'm not going to do the January train show this year down at Timonium. So it is what it is. Hey, Nathan Delay, evening. But that's what it is. It's just you can't do everything. Grandpa Rails is in the house. Welcome in, JD. I hope Lauren can bring. I'm going to purchase only. To be like a kid in the candy store. Yeah, that sounds like that sounds like yeah, it sounds like that most of the shows that I go to, it's like, yeah, restraint. Yep, got to go ahead and have restraint. So it is what it is. I won't. I know I've got some stuff that I would like to find or I'm looking for. Depending on what it, depending on, depending on what the pricing is, there is some stuff I'd like to get a hold of. Other than that, I love to browse. So carry your map and go directly to the booths you want to first. That was one of the things that I've heard. Is going in there to do the things that you want to do first and then circle back around to everything else. I would like to go to the area where it's kind of like the swap meet type of thing. I do want to go there. I wouldn't mind going through to see some of the new stuff that's coming, even though it doesn't really do much for me. Number one, it's outside of my era. Number two, most of it's DCC anyways, and I'd have to down convert it to get it to work on the layout. So let's see. There was something in here. Now I got to scroll back up to find it. Yeah, Martin, go there and not buy. Yeah. Right. Carry a map. JD's interweb is not working right tonight, so he's lurking. I did hear about that too, Michael, and that was to take reusable bags. And I do plan on doing that. And Nathan, it is the end of January, and I am not going to be there. It's the weekend after the Amherst show, and this year I'm going to Amherst instead. So the next show that I would be going to, as far as Timonium goes, is the one in April. And then, of course, obviously the one in October that I had the meet and greet for. Set a budget. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true of Opa Dodge. Trust me, I go into the Timonium show with a budget every year. And I mean, I think the last 2 times I went into the Timonium show, I came out empty handed. Well, actually, I take that back. I did spend money at the fall show this year. The spring show, I don't think I bought anything. So, but it is what it is. But you're right. Definitely set a budget. Absolutely. You can come down under and watch a layout being built. I'm still working on one. Go there and that. I didn't spend any money at AMHERST the last time I went. The last time I was there. Well, if I go, I will find you at the show, post a video, but not on my radar unless the job hits a snag. There you go. They're already. Oof. I know the feeling on that one. They're Sparky. I never set a budget. I bring Joyce, and she just keep going until she says, "Don't you think you bought enough?" Going to a fair and not buying anything doesn't feel right. The thing is that, I mean, I've gotten to a point. Springfield, Massachusetts, Nathan. That's the big show that's coming up on the 24th and 25th. Where was? Okay, somebody meant. Okay, it was Ed. The last couple of train shows that I've been to down here that are local, the Timonium shows, I've been looking for very specific stuff. And with that, if I don't see what I'm looking for, I haven't bought anything. The exception was this last show in October when I found those inserts for the gondola cars that were, I guess they were like salt or something of that nature, gravel, whatever they were. Those were unique. I'd only ever seen them in catalogs or on O-Gauge. I had never seen them for HO. And that was pretty cool to find them, and they were like $1 a piece. And it was like, okay. So let's see. I know there was a question up here from Sparky. And that is the fact that, yes, this is my first time going. Tom Grassi, when you get the program, go through and highlight all the places I want to see rather than walking around in circles. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing I do with Timonium. I know that there are certain things that I want to hit. And then after that, it's just, then I'll just kind of wander around aimlessly for a little bit, and then I go from there. I was not at the show during the okay. Very anxious to get a list to make final move to West Virginia. Okay, cool. I always go to Amherst with a certain amount of cash to stay in budget, blow through that, and switch to credit cards. I guilty as charged. Yes, this is my first time going up to Amherst. Yes, it is. There's Tammy and Ray. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. I bought 6 more cars at the Great Train Show yesterday. You could buy a doghouse. Pretty much. I don't have to worry about it. I've got a shed in the backyard. Worst comes to worst, I'll just pop a cot back here and including my special run, Rocky Mountain. I was with my dad. Cool. Very cool. Let's see. I'm planning on making the trip in October. So you have to keep me informed. I absolutely will, Dave. Absolutely let you know as soon as they should be put. If they haven't put it up already, they should be getting out here shortly. I do know when they put it out early last year, the date ended up changing. So, it is what it is. But as soon as I know it's solid, then I'll let you know. Would love to go to Massachusetts, but I can't. It's too far. Yeah, it's going to be. The wife and I are taking the train up. It's train 56, Amtrak. It leaves down here in Baltimore around, I think it's like 8 or 9 o'clock, and it gets up to Massachusetts, I think, or Springfield, like 4 in the afternoon or something like that. But like I said, because of the fact that in the Northeast or on the Eastern Seaboard, this time of year, you don't know what the weather is going to do. And I don't trust the weathermen. I'm not taking a plane, and I'm certainly not driving up there. Not this time of year. So I'll take the train, be safe. Yeah, I've heard, and I've heard it's, yeah, I know it's big, Dave. Ray, it's yeah. There's Virgin. So Amherst is CES size train show. I'm guessing, Amherst is 8 acres. 4 buildings, 8 acres. And I know I am like way behind on the chat. Wear comfortable shoes. Yes, absolutely. I've got my shopping list ready. There are some dealers along the walls that sell older products, DC low. Make sure you look under the tables. Okay. One of the cool things is all the free handouts by the manufacturers at the AMHERST. So, all right. Take bags to carry what you bought. Okay. All righty. Went to Springfield College for grad school. Never knew about the show. Now I live far away and really hard to get back there. Targeting 2027. All right, Dan. How much did it cost for you to take? You know what? I'm really not sure. Give me a second, Nathan. Let me take a look. See if I've got it. There it is. Oh, that's when she bought the tickets. I was like, holy crap. That wouldn't have been good. Looks like it was just a little under 300 for the tickets. For her and I to go from Baltimore to Springfield. Let's see. Planning on going next year. I've got 2 years work planned after selling here. Train shed, biggest project looking at. Yeah, I still can't believe that you're going to be moving into a 30 by 50 foot space there, Ken. That's enormous. I use a huge backpack I plan on taking a backpack as well. I've got bags, but I plan on taking a backpack as well. Yeah, no worries, Nathan. If nothing else, you can hit me up through Facebook, or you can hit me up on email too, and then I can get you some of the particulars. I know it's a bit, it's a bit for you, but it's not always bad to know what's out there. Cost me $400 to go to Canada. Ever go to the Kutztown, PA show? Great deals, and the show is free. I've never been there. If you don't mind, Martin, can you send me some information on that one? Use your seniors. Hey, Artie. I told you, I'm 21 with 35 years of experience. Let's see. Had to change plans. Problem is going to Amherst, a bad time of year. That drive is far. Yeah, and exactly. Yeah. I hear you, Opa Dodge. I hear you. Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're spot on, Bob. It's basically a vacation trip. The thing of it is for Dawn and I, what we decided, because we're going away for her 60th in March. We didn't get each other anything really for Christmas, and I really didn't get anything from her for the birthday either, because we're going to Amherst. That's Amherst, and then we're going, like I said, we're going away for her birthday in March. So that was our gift to each other. So that took care of that. Because the two trips together ain't cheap. Let's see. Amherst is a $2,000. Wow. Sheesh. 78-hour drive, normally in a snowstorm. That's the reason why I'm taking the train. Let's see. Nathan, just in case, because I was hacked on one of my. Okay. No problem. No problem. Understood, Nathan. And yeah, I hear you, Dave. Yeah. Like I said, I ain't flying this time of year, not going north anyway. Randall Ellison's in the house. Welcome in, sir. And I think I finally caught up on chat. Look at that. Holy moly. You all been rolling tonight. I love it. All right. Cuts down will be Saturday, April the 11th. Okay. I'll have to take a look at that. It's a 21-hour flight and a 14-hour drive. Hey, Real Artist is in the house. And that would be another Mike. Mike. What's happening? Just got here. How's it going thus far? It's going. We're still talking about Amherst. Oh my gosh. You can crash here this time. 9.5 hours away from West Virginia. It's outdoors and free. He's talking about the Cutstown show. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm wondering where Dave is tonight. I haven't seen much from Dave. In fact, I haven't seen much from Dave all weekend. Hope everything is all right. Actually, I take that back. I think he was at a train show yesterday. So, and did Amherst twice, was a vendor with LBF models. Okay. Nice. Once you go to the show, your live show will be 3 hours long. You'll be going. He was at Oaks yesterday. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he was at a train show yesterday. He's probably recovering today. If he's anything like me, need a day after. So I appreciate everybody going ahead and throwing the stuff in here about Amherst. And for those that are just coming in, if you are headed to Amherst, apparently the Around the Layout podcast is having a meet and greet at 1:00 at their booth. Is that Saturday or Sunday? That's the only thing I forgot to ask. That was what I forgot to ask. Is what that is Saturday? Thanks, Sparky. Thank you, Dave. All right, so it's Saturday, 1 p.m. at the Round the Layout podcast. Got it. Got it. You can come to the Toledo show in March, a lot less than... It depends on when it is, Opa Dodge. Wow, 50-30, nice. I think that's the highest number I've ever seen. He posted his $25 haul. Gotcha. The only way I would go is if I drive, I don't fly and or go by. I'm not driving to catch a train. If I can't drive, I don't. Yeah, I hear you. Take it easy, Ian. We'll see you, buddy. All right. Well, Joyce is probably doing better now that Artie isn't there. Sorry, I had to do it. I had to say it. Oh, I'm terrible. I know. Oh, I'm rotten. So, boy, this went longer than I thought it was going to. I'm liking this. So, well, since we're on train shows and we were talking about some of the other ones that are coming up, hey, Derek Alexander, welcome in. Does anybody else besides, obviously, Amherst, Timonium, Kutztown, still very sore. Wow. I hope she gets better there, Opa Dodge. Tell her we're thinking about her down here. I think some folks had posted some other shows that are coming up besides, like I said, Amherst. I know that Timonium is the end of the month. No, I was actually going to show a little bit more about the inventory system, but that's okay. That was a backup plan. I figured this was only going to go for half an hour. So, I figured I'd spend the other half an hour talking about the inventory system. But hey, it's okay. Plano, Texas next weekend. Yeah, I'm not going to make that one there, JD. You and Jack have fun with that. Hey, Rick's Trains, welcome in. Oh my gosh. So, Ray, do you need to talk about the dam? No, I don't need to talk about the dam. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I said, tell her we're thinking about her, and hopefully she gets better quick. Thankfully I don't have any bionic parts, but I've had my share of oopses, that's for sure, and paid for them for a while. It's what happens, unfortunately, when you get old or older. You don't quite recover the way you used to. Jack Shack was running trains on my layout today. He goes faster than that. Jack running my trains. So let's see. What else have we got going on? I know that the it's some like farts after my gallbladders. You should have bottled it up, Rusty. You could have used it later. That would have been the fastest train that has ever run on your layout. Oh, geez. Here we go. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. You tried, Steve. I did see Sparky's video yesterday where he basically cleaned off the whole second deck. I was like, geez and crackers, man. But that's what we're all about. You gotta mess around and figure out track plans, and if something doesn't work, you rip it up, you try it again. Rusty farts. Wonder what color you use for jeez. Video today shows the tear out. Gotcha. I got you. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, like I said, you removed everything off of there. So, and there is Mr. Gus. Mr. Gus Hadley, Wasted H2F. Welcome in. How you doing there, Gus? So, but at any rate, yeah, no, I'm definitely thinking about Joyce there, bud. No doubt. No doubt. Oh man. Container Man 68 made it in here too. Oh, you did. There is Roy. Hey. Took Jack 32 minutes to transverse the whole railroad? Take it easy, Dan. Have a good dinner there, bud. Jack has been up the Helix. Must have been 3 hours. Oh, wow. Wow. So, but anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to the trip. Going up to Amherst, because of the fact that I've never ridden Amtrak before. I've never been on the train. I've been on trains. I've just never been on Amtrak. I've been on like I said, I've been on the Potomac Eagle. I've been to Strasburg, been up to Scranton. So, being at those places, that's different. This here, to take an Amtrak to go up there, this is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be interesting. And I've already got a couple things in my mind that I'd like to take pictures of as I'm going up there. But, because I'm sure that you're going to see stuff from the railroad that you wouldn't see from the highway. And of course, if I was driving up, that would be the problem. I'd be driving and not being able to take pictures. So, let's see. Nathan just put up here for Amtrak lots of times. 2000 going to Canada and back. It's worth it for me. But the best part is going to the snack area in the snack car. Gotcha. Took Amtrak from DC to NOLA once. Gotcha. Since this is your Amtrak, you would still not have ridden on a train. Well, actually, I take that back. I rode the train over in Germany when we went from oh, brother. Where my wife's uncles and all live outside of Cologne and into Cologne. We actually took the train a couple of times, the German train. So get the wife to drive. How many times are you changing trains? We're not, as far as I know, we are not changing trains. It's a straight shot. I don't believe that there is a switch. Yeah, train 56 going up and train 55 coming back. So gotcha, Nathan. Gotcha. Grandpa Rail saying he's been coast to coast on Amtrak. Bob saying that there has some dome cars with some good views. Nice. And I saw somebody else that said, make sure you take a comfortable pillow. Let's see. Let me get caught back up here. 56, they don't change trains, but they do change engines. That, you know what, Artie, you bring up an interesting point because my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and her husband went to see my nephew in college down at Richmond. He's on a scholarship, well, not on a scholarship, but he is on a scholarship. He's a cross-country runner. And he runs for the Richmond Spiders. And any rate, she's telling me, she says, yeah, we got to Washington, D.C., and they said that they had to change engines. She says, why did they have to change engines? I'm like, because the electrified system didn't go south of D.C., and it probably doesn't go north of Boston, or at least from Boston to Springfield. When it's going out west, it probably doesn't. The electrified line probably doesn't go that way. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I know the reason why. That's the reason, because they had to switch it to a diesel locomotive to travel the rest of the way from DC down to Richmond. So, if going overnight, getting a roommate on Amtrak is cool, you can sleep and the first class meals are covered. I gotcha. I gotcha. Traveled from Vancouver to Toronto. I've been out to Vancouver, and I've also been in Toronto. Been a long time. Well, Vancouver was back in 2019 when we did the Alaska cruise, and Toronto would have been 2015. It was after my mom passed away. We went up to Niagara Falls, the wife and daughter and I. Colonel Cottonbelt, Jason, welcome in. Happy birthday. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got to share it with John. Work now gives me money to play later. There you go. Ray, when I went to Canada, it wasn't easy 400 for all the coat, but the business class personal room is a lot more money I would have paid. Yeah, I hear you. That my daughter, she made a mistake when she was dating a guy that was from New York City and got on went business class. So that was a little bit more expensive. Let's see. When I was on 56, our electric engine was limp. 90% of the trip, diesel engine was the fastest on the lake on the trip. Great. Wonderful. Was late because I bought a Lionel 675 on Facebook Marketplace using PayPal. Nice, Gus. Nice. I don't have Zscale, and there's no way I'd ever touch Z's. N scale would be bad enough, and I'm not doing that either. Downside of Amtrak, the downside of Amtrak is time. It takes longer than flying and does not always arrive on time. No, I get it, Bob. The thing is, and this is one, and I know it's a goofy thing. is the fact that, as I mentioned at the top of the show, this time of year, the East Coast, the weather is very unpredictable, and I do not trust the weather people. And flying into Boston probably wouldn't be bad because they deal with this every year. They deal with the snow all the time. The problem is leaving BWI or getting back to BWI because they don't deal with it all the time. And that's where we would leave in and out of would be Baltimore, Washington. So, yeah, no, I'm not taking that chance. I'll take my chance on the Amtrak train. Yes, Roy, it's my birthday, and no, I'm not old enough to retire. Not yet. Still got a ways to go. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it. Yep. You would fly into Hartford, Connecticut, not Boston. Either way, Steve. Yeah, I just, flying into most of those airports up there, like I said, they're used to the weather. The problem is down here is that, and that's the wild card, is BWI. So, but, it is what it is. I'll take my chances on Amtrak and see what happens. But, it is what it is. That train broke down last time. Amy boarded home from New York City, stuck on the tracks 9 hours before they got new locos onto it. So, thanks, Sparky. One gets better shots of train yards when flying. Well, yeah. Yes. BWI Thurgood Marshall. Yes. Yeah, BWI Thurgood Marshall. I don't know why the heck they've got to make the name so daggone. Well, to be honest, it used to be called Friendship International Airport, and it's like, where the heck is that at? No, it's because of the fact that the town that the airport sat in years ago was called Friendship, Maryland. And of course, nobody understood where the heck that was. So, let's see. When I was in Canada the second time, was Sparky you to me and waited for a train that never came, but instead of via train, it was a special go train. Okay. Came instead. Gotcha. Hey, Ron Montague, welcome in, sir. Happy New Year. Thank you very much, sir. Greatly appreciate it. The reason why I said Happy New Year to Ron, I know he's been extremely busy and, he works on Sundays and can't always make it in here. So, the first time I've seen him in the stream, so we're catching up. Landing in BWI, planes leave Skidmore made during. Yeah, exactly. Trust me, I've been in and out of BWI enough. I tell you what, the airport that I do not like going in and out of is Charlotte. I hate that airport. I really despise that airport. Really, really despise that airport. Just one, Nathan. Yes, Roy, there was a change in the schedule. Dave is basically taking the month off from Sidetrack Sunday. He had some things come up, so he was taking taking care of those. So I not only that, but I asked if I could take the day because of the fact that it's my birthday. I figured what better way to celebrate than to be in here with you all, goofballs. BW, to be perfectly honest with you, Bob, BWI is not hard to navigate as far as the gates and things of that nature. They're usually pretty good. The issue with the airport, because of the fact that it sits pretty much right on the edge of the bay, again, it can be a challenge for folks that the pilots that fly in and out. So that's where you hear about people saying, yeah, gee, they bounced coming, yeah, they bounced going out too. Charlotte is just ridiculous. I don't know whose bright idea it was to have you come in at gate 1 and have you leave at gate 4, or I'm sorry, not gate, but concourse 1, and have you leave at concourse 4, which is all the way on the other side of the airport, and you've got a half an hour between your flights. So you're basically running through the airport to be able to catch your plane. I've had to do that twice. Every time I see that we're going to Charlotte, I'm like, oh, geez. Absolutely, Nathan. It's one of the reasons why I'm still here myself. It's because of this crew. If it isn't just this crew, it's the whole crew. It's everybody. We got a great gang here. Absolutely. The trick to landing in Charlotte is to deploy the reserve. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, actually, the thing of it is I've flown in and out of San Diego. I mean, obviously, I flew into San Diego in October, flew out in December, flew back in January, and then flew back out in March, I think it was, or March or May. That was years ago. I was stationed. Well, I wasn't stationed. I was out in San Diego for boot camp and then for A school when I was in the Navy. So, Ray, you're the goofball that wanted to spend your birthday with this bunch of knuckleheads. Yeah, but it's the greatest bunch of nuts this side of the funny farm. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. I can't imagine. Atlanta can be interesting because of weather too. I've been in and out of Atlanta a few times. The system that I work on for work, I had to go down there a few times for training. Never really had an issue. The only problem, that airport is freaking busy. That airport is busy. Every flight from Charlotte has either been seriously. Yeah. I don't get that lucky. They're usually always on time, and I'm running from, concourse to concourse. It's better now, JJ. They're lots of room and less buildings at the end of the runway. Okay. Durango is a scary airport. Oh, wait a minute. Where'd it go? There it is. Sits on top of I tell you what, the airport on the main island in Hawaii, that's an interesting place to go. Because when we landed there a couple of years ago for our Hawaii vacation, man, coming into that airport, that poor pilot, he had his hands full. He really did. I mean, he had that plane was up, down, and all sorts of sideways coming in. But wow. Yeah, that was a ride. And then, of course, flying into Aruba is interesting too, because you're over top of water the whole time. So, go to JFK, have a banner time to tell them. I have to be medicated. Flying terrifies me. I don't mind the flying. It's just the fact that after a while, my arms get tired. Yeah, the old BWI, they used to have a real. I remember seeing pictures of the old BWI. I tell you what, the other interesting airport to fly into is Las Vegas. That's an interesting trip too. That is an interesting landing strip that they've got there in Vegas. Let's see. The most interesting airport ever was the old Hong Kong airport, Kai Tak. You can see people having with for dinner as you landed. Yikes! Yeah, yeah. I want to be sedated. Take it easy, JJ. Yeah, I haven't been out to Aspen. I haven't been to Aspen. Flew into Vegas last year. I think it depends on which way you come in, Grandpa, because I know one side that you got to come down you literally have to come across the face of the mountains and then dive in. So yeah, it's woof. Two fun airports are St. Thomas, Oceanside Mountain on the other side. Yeah. Yeah. St. Martin, that's the one, or St. Thomas, that's the one that they have all the people standing at the fence at the end of the runway. Dallas, Fort Worth. You land in Fort Worth and taxi to Dallas. Oh boy. I'm trying to remember if it was Houston or if it's DFW where the runway or the taxiway is over top of the highway. That's St. Martin. Okay, I was right. It's St. Martin that they hang out at the fence. Yeah, like I said, it's either either Dallas, Fort Worth, or Houston. That I'll never forget going there, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's cars driving underneath of us. What the? Could go by kite, right? Let's see. At Sydney, Australia, you need taxis to get to your gates. That's DFW. Okay. I thought it was Dallas. Nathan, the only other hobby that I have outside of the model railroading is bowling. And in fact, this past Friday night, I had one of my better nights. I ended up shooting 703. What was it? 266. Of course. Now that I'm looking for go to the photos, you idiot. Yeah, 266, 202, 235. It was a heck of a night. That was a heck of a night. That is one of the things that I would like to do. I would like to take the Rocky Mountaineer through the Rockies. I would love to take that train ride. I've been on the Alaska Railroad. That was unique too. But yeah, I'd love to get on that one. And there's the one that's down that goes through Copper Canyon. I'd like to take that one too. I'd like to go on that one as well. But yeah, very cool, John. Very cool. You haven't lived until you rolled a 30-year-old Huey with a crazy army pilot. Hagerstown is one runway over Interstate 81. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that one there, Ron. Yeah, that Rocky Mountaineer is certainly on my bucket list as well. That would be a lot of. I think that would be a neat ride. That would be a really neat ride. Well, folks, I hate to say it, but it is. Well, it's actually 11 after 9, but it's getting pretty close to being 9:15, and I have got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. I've got to go back to work. Unfortunately, that's that wonderful, dirty 4-letter word, but we got to go. We got to do what we got to do. Got to support the hobby somehow, right? Take it easy, Dave. Have a good night, bud. Thanks, Chuck. Good to see you. Take it easy, Thomas. And Santa Fe Bob, have a great week. Absolutely. Next week is Bob over at PK&W Model Works. We've actually got the schedule pretty much figured out now, going in through April, May timeframe. So I'll be posting those schedules up as we get closer. But you all know the deal. Wait for the high ball. Green tracks ahead. Be safe. God bless. We'll catch you all next time. See ya.